Hello, it's the SeahawksFan with another Go Battle League video. Today, we are going to go 9-1 with this team. Groudon is a beast, and the Dialga lead, fantastic. One of the best leads you can have in Go Battle League. Level 50 hundo. And also Lugia in the back. A total dragon counter. And they try to catch a Iron Head or Draco Meteor on Melmetal, which would have been amazing. But I was paying attention and saw the swap. I kind of expected it. And now, able to just tank all those superpowers and unleash some fire punches. Now, they are definitely low enough where a Precipice Blades could get a KO, but just playing it safe, going for the fire punches. Able to chip away, and I have found out the whole team. And a Mewtwo is not gonna be is no match for a even shield, energy loaded Dialga. Dragon Breath is going to be able to do enough chip to get them to where Iron Head will be enough for knockout. So after throwing the first one earlier, two are ready, back to back, and they're done. And yeah, the Lugia will take my... Actually, no. Switch time is up, and that's a win. We got a Gyarados lead. Not great, but not terrible. Just going to be able to stay in, do some real nice damage, and threaten a knockout with an Iron Head. And I do get a shield, so I'm going to shield up myself. Because I'm getting a little low. It's not a good enough Gyarados to be able to get to a third move. And I have this Draco Meteor that is going to get shielded. Not going to bother saving the 1 HP Dialga. Can just comfortably come in with Lugia. And I forgot to change Extra Sensory to Dragon Tail back. But win's win. I do change it after I realize I had the wrong move on Lugia, but another Gyarados. This is a better Gyarados. But this time they throw an Aqua Tail. Now they got the altered Giratina, and I land the Draco, and I do not blame them just leaving. I would have done the same in this scenario. Just how you get outplayed by not calling the nuke. But bad lead up against Metagross. I'd rather just bring in Lugia. And this is where I realized, oh, no Dragon Tail. Extra Sensory is resisted still, but I'm able to land the Aeroblast. They know, unless it's a insanely rare Hydro Pump Lugia, they're going to be fine. And that should not even take out the Metagross, but now we can bring in Groudon. Gonna get countered by something that we do not want to see. But actually, because Fire Punch, we're gonna be able to do some fantastic damage. And they're letting us get to a second, and we're actually gonna land it, which is a bit surprising. I do hope they throw a Power Whip, but no, they do not. And now this is just a barely energy advantage for me up against a Mewtwo. Although it's not a fully level 50 XL Mewtwo, so they're not strong enough to put enough pressure on me. And are they going to commit the last shield? They do. Let's go. They're not going to get the knockout. I'm going to bring in my Groudon. And I'm going to let go the Groudon. I don't need it. And they try and Dog Pulse bait me, probably cheaper. And I get myself to as little HP as I can. Hold on to the shield, and Dragon Breath cleans up the battle. Now we got Excadrill. 10 out of 10 recommend building Excadrill, especially if you have the hundo. Especially if you want to have a very useful Pokemon in Master League. And it's actually a solid ground type raid attacker. I do catch the second drill run onto my Lugia with the proper move. They do have a Melmetal, and I have acquired the knowledge of where the two targets for Groudon are. Just need to chip this Melmetal. And I do get the attack boost, which is actually very helpful. Able to get extra damage with Sky Attack. Maybe they thought I had Aeroblast, but still would not have been good. Oh, no, they had no shields remaining. So that was the last shield. Nice. Superpowers landing onto my Groudon. It's fine. And thankfully, they did bring in Dragonite. I mean, they were not in a good position. I could have just brought this thing in after I farmed down, and I would have had tons more energy. They definitely needed Excadrill to have a chance. But I just have too much energy left on my Groudon, and I do still have the shield. And yeah. Close battle, but 5-0 set with the team. I started about 2040s, got to 2115. Gonna have another positive set. It is gonna be 4-1, and this time we have a good lead again up against Dragonite. I'm going to throw the Iron Head because they let me, and I'm expecting the superpower, which is something I rarely do. I never make that play because I'm like, well, they're just going to bring in Melmetal. But the thing about this Melmetal, so they double Iron Bash, barely any damage. They do have Rock Slide. Another Rock Slide will just about take me out. Maybe they get a Spark or two in. But I'm like, there's no superpower. Let's go. I don't have any Melmetals with double Iron Bash. I didn't want to pay the ticket to be able to evolve Melmetals. And I'm not even that big of a fan of using it. But definitely recommend if you do not have the XL legendaries. Master League is a pay-to-win thing, and well, Groudon takes out the Dragonite. That's a pretty rare sight, but I was able to chip it enough. And a Mamoswine comes in. Another incredible budget Master League Pokemon. And yeah, landing that Precipice Blade's huge. Now we got a Garchomp. 10 out of 10 Pokemon I recommend building. Amazing for Master League and raids and gyms stuff. I do not land the Iron Head, although I am going to double shield because I do not want to lose such a healthy Dialga. It's just wise to save it because it's so good in so many situations. And this one is a pretty interesting battle. I use my experience. I definitely knew I did not want to bring in the Lugia for that Shadow Mamoswine. With the energy, it would have just wrecked me. But I did need to bring in the Groudon, and I needed to then sack the Lugia. Had they gained extra energy, had they had an Avalanche Bank, they would have been able to take me out, but I may have been able to reach a Sky Attack with Lugia in time. A bit of an interesting position with the shield advantage for them. Needed to play smart. And this Melmetal lead, this is bad. Going to try and catch, but they're just going to be able to unload the Rock Slides without getting any debuffs. Because that's not superpower. It's not superpower. Super effective Rock Slides. But I do have the Dialga still for other dragons. It's healthy enough. It's got some nice energy. In case there's a fairy, which I definitely recommend running Togekiss if you're tired of Groudons. You will have other things you will be annoyed with, but yeah. I'm able to get a knockout with the Fire Punch, and it's Primarina that they swap into after I swapped into Dialga. Not the good matchup for Groudon anymore. But I do get the Iron Head knockout. And I'm going to just see how much they outpace me by. And Dragon Breath is just going to be doing too much damage. And the last shield into Precipice Blades, yeah. Just conceding the match. Dragonite, an amazing dragon to build. And it's not a legendary, so plenty of possibilities to get it in the wild. And Shadow Dragonite is also incredible. No need to purify. No need to purify. Please don't purify your Shadow Dragonites to get the hundo. Please do not. But if you do, it's your choice. But please don't. Okay, Mewtwo matchup. I lose a shield. I go down a shield. And they come in with the Groudon after. Which I'm just staying in, trying to use the energy. Because I have Lugia I can just bring in. And I am able to grab their shield and get some nice damage. We got a Zacian. Precipice Blades is going to nuke this dog. And I'm not going to let them get to a second move. At least they're holding on to the energy for a little too long. They're going to Precipice Blades, get the knockout. But, well, yeah, they were not prepared to take out the Lugia anymore. Dialga Showdown. It's a inferior Dialga they're using. They do finally get to the Draco. And I do shield the Draco. And they're not going to be able to reach an Iron Head for some important chip. And they have a Ho that comes in. Well played. Nice. They do, fortunately, shield for me. And I'm going to go for a Draco. And they do double shield. Their shields are down. They do have a move ready. And they're going to be able to do enough damage with the Sacred Fire to get me just about half. And I do need a shield at this point. Although it is only a Sacred Fire. I could have gained some more energy with letting them go through one more Incinerate. And I do get the Aeroblast attack boost, but trying not to get myself unable to get to Precipice Blades in time. And Lugia can just come in and clean up this Garchomp. But Fire Punch is enough. They're low enough. Fantastic. And that's the video. Groudon, incredible Pokemon. I assume most people, especially if you were around with the last year or so with Primal Groudon release and Kyogre, 10 out of 10 recommend. Get them. Totally worth it. Legendaries. But yeah, pretty good team. Hope you enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe for more daily Go Battle League videos. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.